Open this up. Sanju Verma, the national spokesperson of the Bharatiya Janata Party, Kamru Choudhury ji, Ravi Srivastav ji, IP Singh, national spokesperson of the Samajwadi Party, and Dr. Anand Ranganathan completes this panel. Kamru Choudhury, first question, sir, बुरा मत मानिएगा. Election Commission of India, उसमें कोई problem नहीं है. Supreme Court has said so on many, on multiple occasions. The problem is with INC, not ECI. When will you acknowledge that?
या प्रणेश, गुड इवनिंग. फर्स्ट एंड फॉरमोस्ट, जो लोग एक पुराने एक्स इलेक्शन कमिश्नर को मुस्लिम इलेक्शन कमिश्नर बोल सकते हैं, वो ना ही बहस करे इस मुद्दे पे तो बेटर है. There is a complete lack of trust in the Election Commission of India over the last few years, and we have been seeing it. We have repeatedly raised certain vital important questions with the election commission, and I personally and everybody of us in India feel that the Caesar's wife must be above suspicion. Why I say this? Once when the Supreme Court had directed this, the Union government to make the Chief Justice of India as a member of the selecting committee of this Election Commission of India. Next day, what did the Modi government do? Went back to to their cabinet, brought in an ordinance, and removed the Election Commission, the Chief Justice of India. It doesn't stop out there. We had raised a number of complaints on Maharashtra elections. We have raised a number of complaints against the Prime Minister of India, against the Assam's Chief Minister, against Nilesh Rane, or against Aditya.
Now, Kamru Choudhury, let me ask you a direct question, sir. You are confusing the viewer and yourself by talking about selection, election. This is actually deflection. Answer one simple question. How does the Congress have a government in Karnataka? How do you have a government in Himachal Pradesh? How are you ruling Telangana? Were these polls conducted by the FBI or the United Nations?
No, one thing, Pranesh, you are absolutely right. What did Rahul Gandhi exactly raise the question about? The state's adult population and the registered voters. Why there is a discrepancy during the two? There is no answer forthcoming convincing. Why use Form 7 to delete the Mahavikas Akari voters from the list? Why are there 7,000 new voters registered from the same address of one building? You show me a building.
By the way, the Election Commission, Kamru Choudhury ji, sir, put your hand on your heart. The Election Commission has clarified it. Next, you will say Rahul Gandhi will go to United Nations because of Boston में है, 4 कदम और चल लेंगे, वहाँ पे न्यूयॉर्क में UNGA चले जाएंगे, वहाँ कंप्लेन करेंगे. For that, you have the Supreme Court here, or approach the other courts, the higher courts. What is this Bharat bashing in Boston?
You tell me, Narendra Modi ji, the Prime Minister of a country who was not a Chief Minister, he went abroad, and what did he say about? कभी-कभी पहले लोगों को लगता था कि जाने पिछले जन्म का क्या पाप किया था कि भारत में जन्म हुआ. This is the language of the Prime Minister in a foreign country, and you want to have kids' gloves on these people. They have compromised each and every institution, Pranesh. The CBI, ED, the income tax, all were compromised. Now the Election Commission has been compromised. Leave aside the National Human Rights Commission or the...
Sir, if the ECI, Kamru Choudhury, I'll get the BJP to respond to you, but I'm telling you one thing. Let's not beat around the bush. If Rahul Gandhi really thinks all the institutions are compromised, resign. The Congress should, just give up the governments in the states and sit on dharna till the Supreme Court or some greater power decides this. Sanju Verma.
Thank you, Pranesh. Pranesh, I'll need just a little bit of time to rebut each of the frivolous and reckless allegations by the Congress on this panel. First and foremost, let's get one thing very clear. On a pilot basis, EVMs were used way back in Kerala in 1982 और वो चुनाव BJP नहीं जीती थी. For the first time in state elections, EVMs were used in 1998, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, Delhi. All the 3 elections, Pranesh, were won by the Congress party. BJP नहीं जीती थी, but BJP ने रोना धोना नहीं किया. 2004, for the first time in a general election on a large scale basis, EVMs were used. The BJP lost. The Congress-led alliance won. 2019, 2014 की बाद में बात करेंगे. 2009 में भी जो जनरल इलेक्शन का चुनाव हुआ था, वहां पर कांग्रेस लेड अलायंस वन, बीजेपी लॉस्ट. बीजेपी ने लांछन नहीं लगाई थी, neither launching at the chief election commissioner, nor undermining the electoral process. Now let me come to the moot point. Very quickly, Maharashtra. What happened in Maharashtra? Maharashtra has a population of roughly 12 crore. Maharashtra has 9.63 crore registered voters. The first allegation by Rahul Gandhi is that there were 8.94 crore registered voters in 2019. That number rose to 9.63 crore in 2024. How did Maharashtra see a 69 lakh jump in registered voters? That is very, very normal. Even in Telangana, with a far lower population of barely 4 crore, there was a rise of 18.9 crore registered voters between 2019 and 2024. But coming back to Maharashtra, Rahul Gandhi says that the number of votes that were polled and the number of votes that were counted, इसके बीच में discrepancy है. And Mr. Chokhalingam, the Maharashtra election commissioner, rebutted Rahul Gandhi saying no. What Rahul Gandhi failed to do was he failed to count the postal ballots. So the number of votes that were physically cast, and if you add the number of postal ballot votes, which was 5,38,225, then the total number of votes that were polled in Maharashtra Assembly election of 2024 were 6 crore 46 lakh 26,420. And the number of votes that were counted were also 6 crore 46 lakh 26,420. The only thing Rahul Gandhi missed doing was that he did not add the postal ballot votes of 5,38,225. But arithmetic is not one of Rahul Gandhi's stronger virtues. I just want to focus on one thing, Pranish. The other argument was that the voting percentage in Maharashtra election at 5 p.m. was 58%. It rose to 66% by 6:15 or so by the time the polls were closed for people. Now, the election commission has said same thing happened in Jharkhand also. Jharkhand mein 5 baje, the voting percentage was 55%. Come 6:15, before the election process was halted, the voting percentage had risen to 67.74%, a 12.74% rise between 5 p.m. and 6:15 p.m. Jharkhand mein ho to changasi, Maharashtra mein ho to hahakar. Now the final point is this, Pranesh, bear with me for 20 seconds. Rahul Gandhi goes to Cambridge and he says, a large chunk of democracies has come undone in India. In 2018, he went to Germany and he said, Make in India is a joke. In 2023, he went to Paris and he said, Samvidhan khatre mein hai. Last year, he met Ilhan Omar, the same, Congresswoman who says Kashmir is not a part of India. She calls it India-occupied Kashmir. और राहुल गांधी इल्हान ओमर को जादू की झप्पी दे रहे थे और कांग्रेसी यहां बैठकर राहुल गांधी को शाबाशी दे रहे थे. My final point is this: you can criticize policies, but you can't criticize your nation. There is a difference between criticizing Prime Minister Modi, criticizing Bharatiya Janata Party, and criticizing our institutions. If you go and criticize the election commission, if you go and undermine the credibility of our election process, then you are breaching the Lakshman Rekha. और राहुल गांधी ने बार-बार लक्ष्मण रेखा का उल्लंघन किया है. शर्म आनी चाहिए राहुल गांधी और उसके चरण चुंबकों को.